course we've had, so there we go.
I guess we'll have to have people raise their hands. Just a minute.
Okay. Alrighty, we are live streaming. All right.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see you one way or the other. Good to see all of you. Our first order of business is public comment, but we don't have any of that this morning, I don't believe. We do need to take care of our minutes from October. So let's take a look at those first.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second? Do I have a second?
Wanda? Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. Okay, there's been a motion to approve the minutes from October 6th. Are there any other comments to be made about that? Then those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Or raise. Opposed? Motion carried. October minutes are confirmed.
And November minutes, because we're behind. Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we're going ahead. So our next item is taking care of the November minutes. May I have a motion on the November minutes?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Joyce. Any other comments? Those who are in favor of approving the November minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Or raise your hand.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. The minutes will be approved as presented today for the month of November. Okay, we have taken care of that order of business. And then I'll sign those. Yeah,
Okay.
put them over here. Okay, our first item in new business is to talk about the parade collaboration that's taking place. And I'll let you go ahead and bring us up to date on that.
Okay, so Michelle and I had a long conversation. She's kindly offered to allow us to use her truck. And so I went out and I bought some battery-operated Christmas lights. And we got our Lakewood Promise bracelets that we will be passing out from the truck. There's 200 of them. Let's see one now.
Okay.
The parade goes from,
Oh, I like those.
those are nice, huh?
Yeah.
4:30 to 5:30.
I'll put that.
And I think we can meet as early as, correct me if I'm wrong, Mary, like 10 in the morning, but I think it's like 2:30 is when we can start decorating our trucks, and I'll have I'll send out the directions. There's a parking area, staging area by the entrance, and I will send out those directions. Forgive me, I had them on me, but I left them on my home desk. So I will email those out to Sally. Sally Franklin gave us a very detailed description.
Yeah, I don't think we need to be there till, probably till 3:30, 4 o'clock. It shouldn't take that long to get here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. And then we were talking about, so I guess the logistics of how we're going to, I mean, obviously you'll be driving, Michelle, but how do we want to represent? Do we want people walking alongside, riding in the back? If you are having any of the Lakewood's Promise individuals or youth council riding in the back, they have to be secured. So Ellie and I were saying, well, maybe we just walk alongside it. A couple people can be in there. I've asked our youth council members to, I want at least 4 of them to be walking with us. I know they'll be playing some sort of role in the parade, but I'd like at least 4 youth council members in their green sweatshirts to walk alongside and help us to pass out the bracelets.
Yeah,
I don't want to tie it.
yeah.
I don't want to tie any up in the back. I don't want to have, I've got people tied up in my truck.
Right. I told everyone to dress up in green. And we're gonna have a big crowd, so I don't think rounding up 4 of us to help with the float should be a problem. A little parade float.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate you doing that, Hank.
Yeah, for
Great.
sure.
And what I want to do, I've connected with Cameron. We've been sort of connecting. If I'm going to get the stuff ahead of time, because I need to figure out how I can take it and secure it. So if I have a little practice time, then I can make some adjustments if I need to put it on cardboard. And I'm trying to think about ways I could attach it to the truck. So I'll get it ahead of time and at least play with it. And then I'll have the folks help put it on there. So I can at least figure out how to stay secured on the truck.
Okay.
Michelle,
Yeah.
Michelle, have you, are you talking to Cameron about maybe making a banner or some kind of signage? Okay, good.
Yeah, and he emailed me back and said that it could be laminated.
Mhm.
And so then I'm trying to think about even that. If I take it home, maybe I can mount it on cardboard and then be able to secure that and put some bungees or something through it to tie it into my truck. So
Yeah. So what we've done before, Michelle, because we've used our truck and borrowed trucks for parades, our family's done the parade for like 25 years in Silicon, is painter's tape works really well because it'll stick long enough that you need it and it doesn't do any damage to your paint. Looking at doing the bed, not the door, so you can open and close and get in and out of your truck around it, front and back.
that's what I was figuring.
Yeah. So for the amount of time that we're going to be, because the parade goes from Park Lodge to City Hall. So it's, it's not mild, but that usually works pretty well and it peels right off. You don't have to worry about damage. But yeah, I think it's great. There might be a clamp or something, those that you could use to on the sides to hold it up. So
I've actually got some pieces that I can clamp them on as well. I'll figure it out. I don't have any extra hooks on my truck, just inside the bed. So, but I'll just bring some things so that it'll be ready and then have the students help put it on so they have some fun decorating it.
And typically, if you sit on your bottom, that's secure enough. You don't have to worry about tying anybody in the back seat or on the.
I was kidding.
I'm just letting Shannon do that. Shannon was worried about that.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think we have that confirmed. It's gonna be fun. I have 4 of those big, long, 25-foot, so we'll just make it as lit as we possibly can.
Sure. The more lights, the better.
The more lights, the better.
Right. And what time does the parade actually begin?
4:30.
4:30.
4:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
So for sure, everybody should get there at 3:30 because what we'll do is put you in a spot, and then some people will come decorated, some will do their finishing touches, but an hour should be plenty of time, especially for what we're doing. And then there's a big covered area. So if for some reason the youth council needed to gather in one spot, they could, we'd find them and tell them when to come over. So because the parking lot gets so crazy. So.
And where is that? Is that at Park Lodge?
Park Lodge Elementary School, moved down Grizzly Lake, and there'll be signage to show you where to come in, but we come in from the front side, and we use the side parking lot where the buses are, and we stage everybody there and feed you out into the parade when we're ready.
Okay.
Okay, Park Lodge at 3:30.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And again, I'll email out to the group all of the specific directions that's repeat, and just as a repeat today for confirmation.
Yeah, I'd like the board to RSVP about coming, please, so we know who to expect. All right. Moving right along. We're going to talk a little bit more about our communication situation and some ideas that we might do some brainstorming about.
Yeah, so we had talked last meeting about putting an ad hoc committee together. I spoke with Hank about at least 1 or 2 of our youth council members being on our ad hoc committee to develop out our communication plan. Does anyone else have any recommendations for individuals, and how many individuals should we ideally have on our ad hoc? Sally? Does anybody have any opinions?
I think 5 is a good number, but more importantly, it'll be who's on the committee that has some expertise and ability to provide some support. Like we would want to have a communications person. Carrie has always had a real interest in it. maybe Pierce College or Clover Park Technical College, Clover Park School District. Maybe if there's a communications person that has some expertise, that's really the most important thing. We can all have a bunch of great ideas, but really the people that are working in the field are going to be most effective. And then of course, having the youth council folks will tell us what's really going to work for them. So.
Yeah. So I'll reach out to Carrie, and I'll also reach out to Clover Park School District to see who they would recommend.
I think from Pierce College, you could have Emily Feline. Emily's been doing a lot of work, you know, on our service learning, and she's been on the collaboration. And it's really a great person who'll show up. So don't you think, Julie, Emily would be good?
Yeah, definitely. She'd be great.
And her last name is Feline?
Feline, F-E-L-E-E-N.
Okay, thank you.
Get you the-
Okay. I think Emily's the one who, she attends my collaboration meetings and is the one who
She
put
does.
the,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, yes,
Wonderful.
she does.
Okay, so I'm kind of at a loss, so until we get that ad hoc committee, developed and put together in meeting, I think I'm a little, confused as to what our path forward is. I know we want to do a communication plan. I know we really want to do something that, advertises not so much Lakewood's promise, but the good work that we do around those 5 promises. So are we looking at picking, I know we had thrown around picking one of the promises or 2 of the promises that we want to fulfill, maybe in the 2023 year. Is that still kind of the path we'd like to take?
Yeah, we had discussed the health issue, the mental health issue
Okay.
at one point. Do we want to carry that through?
Do we want to carry the mental health issue through, and if so, kind of how does that look?
I'll just jump in. I know that I think Michelle was sharing last meeting a little bit. In the old days, when we were meeting with council and doing, because we were working on our work, we used to say, oh, this year we're going to do this promise, and next year we're going to do this promise. And that was helpful when things were kind of being reintroduced and trying to kind of emphasize that with our partners. But I would really I think mental health is important. It's important to our city council. It's important to our youth council. But I would get your committee together and give them an orientation about Lakewood's promise and what's happening and see what the recommendations are. Because it might be a package of promises. It could be maybe just the concept of Lakewood's promise, that it's a comprehensive set of services and systems and supports to help kids be successful. So I wouldn't tie to one thing at this point. I'd get the committee together with some good orientation and let them come up with some action plans.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, Hank, would Hank be part of it or someone from the youth council? Because I think you want to think about it both from the youth, so those who are going to get the services, and then the way that we're trying to reintroduce it to the community so that community leaders, parents and folks get it as well. And so there's kind of 2 frames of communication. You want to make sure you have individuals representing both of those.
Yeah, I
ideas.
think more than likely I would be a part of it. It would depend on when we would meet, but I would certainly love to volunteer if I can. And if not me, then probably Brandon Elliott, our other co-chair, or maybe Angel, our communications guy. But I think that's definitely an opportunity youth council members would be interested in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I reach out to the other individuals, we'll kind of come to a consensus of what time works for everyone.
Okay,
Generally,
that
are
sounds
these
good.
weekly meetings, bi-weekly meetings? I mean, weekly, bi-monthly, what are they generally, Mary? I think I've never put one together. In order to be effective, how often do we feel ad hoc should meet?
Well, maybe the committee itself can make that decision.
Oh, Mary, you're on mute.
Oh, I was going to say, get the group together, have a meeting in January-ish, or when you kick off, do a good orientation, and then have the group decide maybe how they want to move forward. Is once a month good, off meeting this meeting so they could do an update. Maybe they want to push it through and get it done in a month or 2. And so they want to meet every other week. Just let the group kind of push that, but they need to have an action plan so that there's some milestones to get to a point where we want to be. But it's the off year for human services. So we do have some time to work on this thing.
All right, so I'll work on that right away and have something in place by the first of the year.
Okay, moving right along.
That is all we have on our,
Yeah, that's
that's all we have on our official agenda.
We need to let our board,
Give their update.
give us their updates on what's happening. So,
Hi, Cynthia, I'm trying to bring you in as a panelist, my dear. Cynthia, can you hear us? Okay. So do we want to go around the table well, let's do some introductions.
oh, yes.
We have two prospective new members that are on our call today, and I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Julie, do we want to start with you?
Sure. Thank you so much for having me today. My name is Julie White. I'm the president of Pierce College Fort Silicon currently, and effective January 1st, I'll be the chancellor of the Pierce College District. So I'm very excited about that role and following in fantastic footsteps. And I've had the opportunity to work with Lakewood on a number of things through my current role as president. So would love to be able to engage further with this group.
Well, we love having you,
Yeah,
Julie.
welcome. I mean, no pressure, Julie, kind of some big shoes to fill. But we have complete faith in you, as does Michelle, as expressed on many occasions. All right, so thank you, Julie. And we have Summer Disney. That's probably one of the best names I've heard and certainly brings some sunshine to this snowy and gray day.
Thank you. So, as mentioned, my name is Summer Disney, and yes, that was the name I was born with. I use they, them pronouns, and I work for the Pierce County Library as their student success coordinator. So, I do work across the county with all of our locations, connecting with schools, kind of managing a lot of our student-facing operations and programming. And I also work on our STEAM programming as well. So, our Check Out Washington backpacks or Science to Go backpacks. And I'm attending on the recommendation of Elise Bodell, who was a member of this council previously. As I mentioned in my email, I'm not quite sure if I would be joining in membership or just gathering knowledge for someone from the Lakewood Library to step in eventually. But I'm so grateful to be here, and thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And Summer, if you need to reach out to any one of us to get any further questions answered beyond this meeting here, please do reach out to me if you need any of the members' information. I'm happy to give it to you.
A new student.
Oh, a new student. Well, we've got yes, we do have our students. We have. Well, we have Allie on, Fatima, and Cynthia. And Hank. So we are represented with all four of our youth council liaisons today.
Oh, let's see them.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get Cynthia to promote to a panel. Hey, guys, Allie, can we see your faces there, everyone?
See our students.
They may not want to.
They may not want to with their head. They might have
no pink, so.
Shannon, I think you might have scared them after making fun of my hair.
I think there's Fatima. Hi, Fatima. Hey guys, do you guys want to? We'll start with. I don't mean to rob the meeting, but do you want to start, Hank, with kind of your update about what we're doing next Friday?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes,
Hank?
I would love to.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very busy week for Youth Council. This upcoming week, we have our next meeting on Friday, or excuse me, on Monday. We have our next meeting on the 5th, and we're just going to be like doing last minute preparations for our activities the coming weekend. On Friday, we'll be hosting a sort of town hall, sort of roundtable, talking about homelessness with Lakewood youth. So we're going to be inviting students from all over the city to come into the Clover Park Library, and we're going to be sort of trying to foster discussion about homelessness in Lakewood. And throughout the year, we'll be hosting roundtables like this, promoting conversation about issues that Lakewoodians hold close to heart, and just trying to gain an enriched understanding, a more nuanced understanding of those types of issues. And then on Saturday, we'll be having our Christmas Day parade, which we're excited about. And like I said, we'll be having youth council members helping out with the Promise float, and the rest of us will be running around doing something, being productive.
Doing something.
Well, it all sounds good.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. Does anyone have any questions about the roundtable? Because I know that when I explain it, it leaves some people confused. So if anyone wants clarification.
No, it sounds perfectly logical.
Okay, perfect.
You guys are doing a good job. Thanks.
Yeah.
Do we want to hear from any of the other students at all? Not this morning?
Alex. I just appreciate having him here at 7:30 in the morning.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to see all of you in person in January. Anyway, let's move on to Joyce.
Well, good morning. Good to see everybody. And Summer, nice to meet you. And students, I think it's good to see you again today. I'm Joyce Loveday, president of Clover Park Technical College. And I think the things just to note today are a couple things going on. We do have collaboration for a cause on campus today, not just for our own students, but for community members who want to come and check out the different types of wraparound services that are available in our community. And collaboration for a cause is through Workforce Central, and they do a lot of the organizing, and they come on a location. Oftentimes it's a college campus, but it's different places around the community, and let folks know about social services, educational services, housing services, health services for community members. So that is at this point still planning to happen, although I think the numbers are going to be smaller than what we would have had otherwise. The only other thing I wanted to mention is next week we have in our mechatronics program, our manufacturing programs, on Wednesday and Thursday, we have an open house as well as a free workshop on Industry 4.0. And I have a hard time describing what Industry 4.0 is because I don't fully have that understanding yet, but I know it is utilizing smart systems with data to really help modernize manufacturing, and it helps to manage and optimize different processes in the supply chain. And so I'm proud of this and excited about this because it is being led by our faculty, and they have done a lot of research, done some traveling to learn more about it, and looking at how to strengthen not only the skills that their students have as they leave Clover Park, but how to help impact the manufacturing industry in Pierce County. So if anyone is interested in that, please join us in Building 24 next Wednesday or Thursday. And if you are interested and would like, I'd be happy to meet you there and show you around as well. So those are the two things I mentioned today.
That's next Wednesday and Thursday?
Correct.
2 days.
Yes, 2 days.
Okay, Mary Moss.
Hello there.
Good morning.
Good morning, Councilmember Moss.
How are you guys?
Doing
It's
well.
a busy, busy day. It's a busy, busy time. I was all dressed to come and I looked out the door and it was snowing so hard I couldn't even get out of my driveway. So that's why I'm late joining you in my LMCC meeting. We're going to try to do that Zoom, but I'm sending out the email and everybody's responding, where's the link, where's the link? So I don't know what's going on. I'm just in a panic this morning.
Oh, no.
But I wanted to give you an update. We did meet with our legislators. We had a joint meeting with our legislators Tuesday. That went really well. It was most of our, I think we had 7 representatives from our legislative districts. And so that was a good meeting. let's see. Oh, I wanted to say to you guys too, the student, Hank gave us his presentation to the council the other night, and they do a great job. I just want you guys to know that they're doing a great job. So we appreciate you, and remember that if there's anything that LMCC can do is help communicate, let us know. And because we do have our Facebook and our webpage up and running, so we can help you out there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's always an honor to be there. You know, always a good experience talking to the city council. You guys are wonderful hosts. And as we keep planning events throughout the year, depending on the needs of our communication situation, we won't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for that.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We have a busy schedule as well. In fact, Sunday, we are meeting with our sister cities representatives from Korea. We're going to have dinner with them at the Zesties. I haven't eaten there yet, so that'll be my first attempt. So we'll see how that goes. And then there's an art show at City Hall at 7:45, and that's on Monday evening. It's going to be it's going to be from 5 to 7 because we are going to incorporate it with our council meeting. So that'll be at that time. And then we will have luncheon with and I think I'm saying it right, Gimhae. The council, he's a representative for the sister city. They're going to be coming. So we're having lunch with them at the Tacoma Golf and Country Club on Tuesday. And I think they're heading out of town pretty soon following that. So we have a busy schedule, a lot of hosting and representing, and that it's just ongoing. Our calendars are full. Every night this week, we've had something to do. So it's part of our responsibility. We don't have a problem doing it, but the weather's hampering. So, but and I think we have 2 more meetings before we close for the season, for this year. So Linda Farmer was chosen to be our county auditor. So the council is going to be busy trying to find us someone to fill her seat. I won't say replace her because she was a good seat partner there. So we're looking forward to that. But other than that, we are just like everybody else busy in so many different directions, trying to make sure that we accommodate as many people as we can, as many organizations as we can that's calling upon us. So that's all about our help.
Okay, thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
There is a lot going on this month by
Yes,
a lot of
it is.
organizations. Yes. Well, Mary Dodsworth, how about bringing us up to date on what's happening with our Parks and Rec?
Well, it's snowing, so all of our teachers out doing roads because we manage that as well. So they're doing a good job, and so there'll be a lot of kids playing. So, but I think Hank covered the parade, so thanks about that. And that our tree lighting is on Saturday, so we'll be doing the parade. And of course, you working at. I was telling Sally 2 weeks ago, she's like, the parade, there's only a few entries. And last night she said, it's going to be the biggest parade ever. There's just tons of people. It'll be great. And it's really fun to get the community out. And then we'll do our tree lighting after that at City Hall. So that's always fun. And then I just wanted to note that on Monday night, council will be approving the hopefully approving the human services contracts. And that does include our funding for Lakewood's Promise. And that's a direct allocation from council, but it is tied to the 1% fund. So we're looking forward to that happening, and I'm sure it will. It was a good, rigorous process to determine the funding levels, but of course, council's always been supportive of Lakewood's fund. So other than that, we're just trying to keep up, and we'll be looking forward to a crazy December and a happy New Year. So that's what I have to do.
Okay. Wanda and Kyle, any comments from either one of you?
I don't think, is Kyle up there?
No.
Wanda is.
Yeah.
I want to make a point that in this snowy weather, Please check on your elderly neighbors and be sure they're okay.
That's a really good, you know what, I have a lot on my street, Wanda, so thank you. I will do that. I wouldn't have thought about it, so thank you.
Well, that's an excellent thought. Any other comments from anyone that I've missed?
Michelle.
Oh, I keep thinking that Julie made her report. Michelle is retired. Michelle, you may have the stage here.
Thanks, Ellie. Thank you, everyone. At Pierce College, the biggest change you just heard is Dr. Julie White becoming the new chancellor of Pierce College. And I'm very excited about that. And you don't have to worry about filling my shoes. She's going to walk in her own, and they're fantastic. She's going to do a great job and keep us moving forward. Our system, the Community Technical College system, Joyce and Julie and I will be meeting later today. Our statewide presidents and chancellor meeting is today and tomorrow. And, you know, we're trying to prepare for the legislative session as well. So next week in Pierce County, we're fortunate that our 4 districts, Clover Park, Pierce, Tacoma, and Bates, we always meet together. And then we add the University of Washington, Tacoma as a legislative breakfast. And so that'll happen next Thursday. And a key part of that is to help them prepare for the legislative session on our budget request. And that really has 2 probably key areas. One is compensation for employees. Like many organizations, we're struggling to both recruit and retain employees. It's a difficult time in the workplace. And then we want, of course, be able to have resources that help us support our equity initiatives, as well as our workforce and equipment. Those are pieces that we'll be going to the legislature about as a system. I love the 34 community and technical college system. I think it's important that you know that we work really well together, and I have been mostly appreciated for Joyce and her being a colleague here in Lakewood together. I think we do good work together. We're not in competition, we're in collaboration. And it's been great to be part of Lakewood's Promise. As you know, I'm one of the original members along with Ellie. It's been a long journey. The 5 promises are critical to our success of our young people, and then how they really impact our community. And you can see these fantastic students that are here. Hank, you and your team are just amazing. And I really appreciate what you do. And you need to hold us accountable to make sure that we fulfill those promises. And that'll be a great thing. Pierce College got a grant, another Achieving the Dream is an important organization. Pleased to say that we received a $300,000 3-year grant for our nursing program, which is actually located at our Puyallup campus. And again, keeping in line with what we're so committed to is equity and looking at Black and Brown student excellence. And we focus on that, but knowing that as we focus on that, all students then will thrive. And the focus of that grant is to help us to continue to diversify our nursing program. You need to know that individuals in healthcare, those who receive healthcare, if they don't have people like them who have cultural backgrounds we know that individuals of color, particularly women of color, often are not taken seriously in the healthcare systems. And so the ways that we help change that is to prepare, you know, quality nurses and quality other people in healthcare that look like the communities. And so we're excited about that grant. Julie, I don't know if there's anything else. So I'm done on the 31st. I told Julie she's not the chancellor till the 31st. So I have 30 days now to still cause some trouble.
Okay.
Of course, you know, I live in Tacoma. I'm not going anywhere other than climbing Machu Picchu and going to the Galapagos Islands. And who knows what else I'll be doing, but I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this amazing community. The collaboration is really important. And 45 years later, I feel like I have gained so much from all of you, and I just want to say thank you.
Well, we want to say thank you to you as well, Michelle, because you have given us a lot. You've provided us with vision, you've provided us with inspiration, you've provided us with dedication. You have supported our 5 promises in Lakewood's Promise. You have done just a humongous job in leading programs at Pierce College and in Puyallup. You have been an amazing person to have in our community. And we are just so welcome to the dedication you have given and the legacy that you have left in the excellence of education in our community. Thank you so much.
I want to just.
That council will
I want to just say.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, I just want to say something about Michelle also, because, you know, she has really impacted Lakewood and she has really impacted Pierce County and she has impacted our state and our nation in many ways. And just as much as, you know, she was a founder here of Lakewood's Promise, she has her fingers in so much across the state and has really brought attention in very important areas in higher education through the great work that she has led the college through, through achieving the dream, through winning the Aspen, being in the top 10 twice. And, you know, she's done amazing things. We're going to miss her tremendously. And thank you, Michelle, for your partnership and the leadership that you have provided. And the mentorship, as it was brought out last night. She makes a point to leave not only places better than she found, but also people, and to contributes time and energy to the development of individuals. So thank you so much. We're really going to miss you as well.
I just wanted to, well, first, Michelle Johnson, you are just the smartest lady and so amazing. You've been a great mentor and setting such a model for our community, and any committee or organization that has worked with you has looked to you for leadership, and you've given us that leadership. It's been amazing. I just wanted to let the board know that she'll be honored on Monday night at the city council meeting. They're doing a proclamation thanking her for her amazing years of service to Lakewood. Longer than the city of Lakewood. But anyway, so that'll be at 7 o'clock on Monday night. You can zoom in. On the city's website, there's a link you can link in if you want to just listen in at the beginning. The youth council gives their report as well, so you can get a 2-for-1. And anyway, thank Michelle for your hard work and being who you are for our community. We're grateful and thankful and blessed.
Thank you, everyone.
We're having a meeting. And I feel like I got a little gypped coming in here so late in the game, but I'm extremely thankful for having at least known you for a year, Michelle, and we had a long conversation last week, and I got to know so much more about you. And I think you should write a book. I'm going to say it again. I think you should write a memoir about your very interesting life.
Well, it would be very boring, so I'd have to have a ghostwriter.
Well, no matter what you have, how it develops, it would be a good read.
I'm so sorry.
It really would be.
No.
Oh, we have Ron Banner here.
We made our decision not to close, so I figure I don't have to sit around and wait to listen to road conditions.
Okay, well,
thank you for
we were
joining
just
us.
bringing things to a close, and we'd love to hear from you before we address,
Okay, well, we have selected, or the schools have selected their daffodil princesses, and so these young ladies will represent the school throughout the year. Clover Park, Adriana Bond.
Oh.
Lakes High School, Vivian Lorenz Hernandez, and Harrison Prep High School, Melody Molina Vasquez. We're doing a hiring event next December 8th. We've just decided to stop waiting on things, and so as a council, my team is taking people from the candidate pool, and we're interviewing and then just getting them placed, because principals don't have time. They just don't, to do all the interviewing. So we've taken upon ourselves. So we're going to do that. We obviously, just repeating, we have bonuses for several positions, $3,500 for nurses and bus drivers, $500 bonuses for paraeducators. And so if anybody knows anybody that wants to work, these are jobs that don't have to be forever jobs, but again, we'd love them for the whole school year and forever. And there's a lot of benefits that come. I tell when I encounter young people, I tell them, don't look at, first of all, we're paying a competitive wage, but I say it's the benefits that are going to help you, right? So anyway, we just had a culinary competition. It's called Future Chefs. So across our elementary schools, the kiddos, they get the recipes. I think we had like 59 applicants and then 18 finalists. So they do the local, meaning at their school, and then they do it over here at our ASC building, and it's pretty cool. And then they win, different levels of prizes. Everybody wins something in terms of their participation, but they get these big baskets that are, culinary themed baskets.
You just had that, you said?
We just had it right before break, and we're gonna do another one in the spring.
Okay.
And I'd love to get folks out, because the kids are so excited about, there's nothing like seeing kids sing or going to a game, or just seeing kids and the benefit of their work.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Oh.
You guys are aware, obviously, that we have the city holiday parade, and so the district will be taking part in that, and different schools, and we've invited folks to call us and fill out the right paperwork so that they can actually walk with us. And so I think we have about 40 parent, family folks that are asking to walk with us, and that's just at our district call. Some of the schools will have their PTAs and folks doing this as well. So everybody's really looking forward to getting back to the walk, right?
Oh, nice.
To the actual parade.
All right.
Obviously, inclement weather, which we saw this morning. So luckily, we see Lakewood roads and Joint Base Lewis McCord roads as drivable for our buses, and so we're not going to cancel the whole day. The weather will start getting a little bit better and the temps will go up. And then we had a quarterly Parent Connections Council meeting, actually last night when the snow started falling. So, but we meet with a group of parents at least 4 to 5 times per year. They meet with administration. And it's really listening and, what can we do better? What are we doing good? And it's just a really good feedback loop that we have with our parents. And so that, ironically, not ironically, but coincidentally, took place last night. So we'll have future meetings there. This one, I want to make sure folks, we are doing what we call learning in motion videos. And so we're highlighting actual classroom lessons, vignettes of those, throughout the year, and you'll see them on our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and so you can follow us to see those. Also, our YouTube channel has those videos. We really want to make sure that our community is seeing that we are getting back to it, right? We've had a major disruption, as the world did, for the last 2.5 or so years, and we have to have that narrative out there that we're getting back at it, and it's pretty exciting to start showing that stuff off. It kind of gives you chills, when you watch that as an educator, and you're like, okay, that's us. We're getting back at it. So I think that's pretty much it. There's a couple little things here, but I can leave you this document as well if you want to. But, that's just kind of our talking points for the month.
You need a bracelet for Ron.
Hey, Ron, that'll be free.
You've got new bracelets
I'm all about jewelry. Love that bling.
Well, okay, not so blingy.
That's all right.
But it's what we're going to be passing out at the parade.
At the parade, yes.
Oh, excellent.
To do a little advertising.
Do you want to give any closing? Well, I think this is Michelle's last Lakewood Promise meeting.
Michelle! I would say, why are you doing that to me? But you've left such a foundation. And then, of course, we know Julie is going to, she might tie those shoes a little differently, but you've pretty much set the brand and the size. So I love the fact that I have somebody that I get to look towards as, what's my legacy going to be? It better be something like Michelle's if I'm going to be some of anything. So thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Ron. It's been great working with you. And I know that you and Julie will continue to be excellent partners, along with Joyce and everyone else in the community. So thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you. I know you're facing some really tough challenges. We talked earlier about equity. Keep up that work. Do not be deterred by the naysayers. They're wrong. Okay, they're wrong, and you are on the right path. So stay on it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other comments from our board? Well, if not, we'll adjourn the meeting. I have one more comment. Claudia Thomas Legacy House. We are up to $82,926. And I encourage you to, if you haven't already, to make a contribution. It doesn't have to be in dollars today. It could be a pledge if you want to delay it until like January. But take a look at a donation. This is the month of giving, the season of giving, and we would love to get to that 100,000 by the end of this year. And I think we can do it. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you Monday night at the City Hall. Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Be safe out there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Be safe.